Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to True Coin Value, the channel that brings you not just news, not just stories, but pure truth, raw treasure, and the most faithful updates on the rarest and most valuable coins circulating in today's powerful and unpredictable auction market. Every time you press play on this channel, you step into a world where everyday pocket change can turn into a fortune, where hidden gems of history transform into wealth beyond imagination. And tonight is no different, because in today's lineup, we are uncovering 4 ultra-rare Washington quarters that are shaking the very foundation of the collector's market. These coins are not just metal, they are power, they are history, they are treasure, each one capable of turning an ordinary person into the owner of a legacy. And the very first coin on our list will leave you stunned, amazed, and hungry for more. So fasten your seatbelts, keep your eyes glued to the screen, and prepare your heart for the adrenaline rush, because when you see this coin and hear what it is worth today, you'll know exactly why so many collectors are chasing it like hunters after gold. Coin number 1. The story begins in 1978, a time when the Washington Quarter was already a well-loved American classic. First introduced back in 1932 to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington himself, this coin carried not just silver and copper, but the very spirit of the nation, bold, resilient, timeless. By 1978, quarters were no longer made of silver. They were clad coins, a copper core, with a nickel layer that gave them that distinctive shine. Millions of these were minted. Millions were spent. Millions slipped into pockets, vending machines, and piggy banks. But among those countless millions, a whisper of fate left behind something shockingly rare, a 1978 Washington Quarter with no mint mark. Now let me pause for a moment here. No mint mark. That means this coin was struck in Philadelphia, where at that time mint marks were sometimes intentionally left off. To the untrained eye, it looks like just another quarter. But to the collector who knows, to the investor who understands, this absence turns it into something extraordinary. The unique feature that makes this coin so desirable is not only its lack of mint mark, but also its preservation. This isn't a coin that's been battered by years of circulation, eroded by machines, or scarred by careless hands. No, this specimen has survived in very fine condition, with crisp details, visible hairlines on Washington's portrait, and a reverse eagle that still screams power with spread wings and arrows gripped tight. It's a piece that carries the weight of American history in every ridge and shine. Now here's the suspenseful part: rarity. Think about it. Out of the ocean of quarters minted in the 1970s, how many do you think survived untouched, undiscovered, and preserved like this? The truth is almost none. That's why collectors from every corner of the world are fighting for just a chance to own one. The competition is fierce. The demand is skyrocketing. The supply is microscopic. And when you have a combination like that, history, beauty, rarity, what do you get? You get value. Immense, earth-shaking, life-changing value. Ladies and gentlemen, this 1978 Washington Quarter, with no mint mark, in very fine condition, is now commanding a jaw-dropping $145,000 in today's auction market. Yes, you heard me right. $145,000. This isn't pocket change. This isn't a side hobby. This is treasure. This is a fortune that could shake the ground beneath your feet and change the way you look at coins forever. And let me be clear, this isn't inflated talk. This isn't fantasy. This is real. This is current. This is truth. The value of this coin is climbing day by day, rising like a rocket that refuses to come down. Collectors know it, auctioneers know it, and now you know it. Owning this coin is like holding a golden ticket. It's not just money. It's history, prestige, and security wrapped into one powerful little artifact. So here's a tip for collectors who are listening right now. Never underestimate the coins in your pocket. Look carefully. Check every detail. That tiny mint mark, or the absence of one, could be the key to unlocking treasure beyond belief. And if you ever come across a 1978 quarter with no mint mark, stop. Don't spend it. Don't toss it aside. Protect it. Get it appraised. Because this is the kind of coin that serious collectors will pay anything to get their hands on. And don't forget, the value isn't stopping here. As the years roll on, and fewer of these coins survive in fine condition, the price will only rise higher and higher. It's not just an investment. It's a guarantee of future growth. This is the kind of coin that turns ordinary collectors into legends. So to conclude the first entry of today's powerful lineup, the 1978 no mint mark Washington quarter is more than just a rare find. It's a big treasure, a life changer, and a living reminder that in the world of numismatics, anything is possible. And here at True Coin Value, we promise to bring you nothing but the truth, the freshest updates, and the most faithful insights so you can stay ahead of the game and never miss the treasures that could be hiding right before your eyes. Stay tuned, because the next coin in our countdown is even more unbelievable, and you do not want to miss what's coming next. Next coin number 2. Now that we've revealed the incredible story of the 1978 quarter with no mint mark, you might be thinking, how could anything possibly top that? How could another Washington quarter carry the same weight, the same power, the same sense of destiny? Well, my friends, buckle up, because our journey into numismatic treasure is only just beginning. The next coin on this list takes us forward in time, to the vibrant 1990s, a decade of change, innovation, and bold transitions. And yet, even in this modern era, when you'd think rare coins might be a thing of the past, something extraordinary happened at the US. Mint, something so unique, so rare, that it has catapulted an otherwise ordinary coin into the stratosphere of value. Let me introduce you to the 1994 Washington quarter bearing the Philadelphia P mint mark. To most people, it looks like just another quarter that might have jingled in their pockets during the Clinton years, slipped into arcade machines, or passed hands at a grocery store. But in reality, this is a coin that now commands attention from collectors all across the globe. Let's rewind for a moment and appreciate the history and background of this piece. The Washington quarter, by 1994, had already been circulating for over 60 years. It was originally introduced in 1932 as a one-year commemorative design, but it became so popular, so admired, that it never left production. Year after year, it continued to be minted, and it became part of America's daily life, an unshakable presence in wallets, registers, and coin jars everywhere. But here's where things get fascinating. By 1994, the US Mint was producing quarters in very high numbers. Millions rolled out from Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Yet among those massive production runs, anomalies happened. Minting errors, unexpected variations, and certain conditions that slipped past inspection. That's where the magic lies, in the unexpected survivors. Now, what makes the 1994 P Mint quarter so breathtaking isn't just the mint mark. It's the combination of rarity, preservation, and collector demand. This particular coin, preserved in very good condition, has defied the odds. Think about how quarters are usually treated, passed around endlessly, banged up, worn down, tossed into change jars. Very few survive decades of circulation while still retaining their integrity. And when one does, that's when collectors perk up. That's when hearts race. Look closely at a coin like this, and you'll see something most people overlook: the sharp contours of Washington's portrait, the preserved eagle on the reverse, the bold mint mark standing proudly near the date. This isn't just a coin, it's a survivor, a testament to history's persistence. And now comes the part that makes jaws drop. When a coin like this appears at auction, when it lands on the bidding block, what do you think happens? Do collectors yawn? Do they shrug? Absolutely not. They battle, they fight. They drive the price higher and higher, because everyone knows how scarce such a piece truly is. And in today's auction market, this very coin, this 1994 quarter with the P mint mark in very good condition, is carrying a market value of $125,000. Yes, $125,000. Not a fantasy, not a dream, but a fact. A treasure in every sense of the word. And I'm telling you with full faith, this is not a price to be taken lightly. This is a present-day, rock-solid valuation. It is the kind of money that turns ordinary pocket change into legacy-level wealth. It's the kind of treasure that makes headlines, that ignites bidding wars, that makes the numismatic world buzz with excitement. And the truth is, the value is not stopping here. Day after day, this coin is climbing higher. The demand is fierce, the supply is thin, and the clock is ticking for anyone hoping to secure one. Now, for those of you watching who dream of joining the ranks of collectors, here's a tip. Always pay close attention to coins minted in more recent decades. Don't assume rarity only lies in old silver issues or ancient designs. The modern era hides gems too, like this 1994 P quarter that can skyrocket in value when preserved in better-than-expected condition. Never ignore the details and never underestimate the power of preservation. And here's the truth. If you ever find yourself holding a quarter from the 1990s, study it carefully. Look for mint marks, study the surfaces, examine its condition. Because as you've just seen, even coins less than 40 years old can carry values that would blow your mind and shake your world. So let's bring this segment to a close. The 1994 P Mint Washington quarter is not just a rare find, it is living proof that fortune can be hidden in plain sight. It's proof that history and value are still alive in the coins we thought we knew. At $125,000 and climbing, this coin is a big treasure, a real-life jackpot, and an unstoppable symbol of how powerful the numismatic world truly is. And once again, I promise you here on True Coin Value, this is the truth, nothing but the truth. No fiction, no exaggeration. Just pure treasure, revealed faithfully, updated daily, so that you never miss the rarest opportunities in the coin world. Next coin, number 3. By now, you've seen the kind of treasure we uncover here on True Coin Value. You've seen how a simple coin from the 1970s or 1990s can transform into a fortune that makes collectors' hearts pound like drums in an auction hall. And yet, I promise you what you've witnessed so far is only scratching the surface. Because the next coin on our list, the third in this treasure-filled lineup, comes with a story of survival, rarity, and explosive value that is sending waves through today's collector market. Get ready, because once again, we're about to prove that what looks ordinary to some is actually extraordinary treasure to others. Let's rewind the clock to 1979, a year of energy and change. The disco era was alive, the US was navigating challenges and transitions, and the Washington quarter was still standing strong as the backbone of America's coinage. By this time, quarters were no longer silver. They had long since shifted to a copper-nickel composition, giving them strength, durability, and that signature shine that clinked in pockets across the nation. But here's where it gets exciting. In Denver, the US, Mint was producing millions of quarters. And among those countless strikes, a small number emerged that would later capture the eyes of serious collectors. One of those very survivors is the 1979 Washington Quarter with the D Mint mark, a symbol that it was born in the Denver Mint, a facility known for mass production, but also the birthplace of some incredible rarities. Now let's focus on what makes this coin stand out. At first glance, it might look like a simple quarter, but look closer, because the difference lies in its condition and preservation. While the majority of these coins were tossed around in circulation, worn down by endless use, this particular coin has survived in very good condition. The details of Washington's hair remain visible. The D Mint mark sits proudly at the date, and the majestic eagle on the reverse still spreads its wings with pride. Collectors know that coins from high production years rarely survive in this kind of state. And that's why this one carries such immense weight. It's not just a quarter, it's a survivor. It's a soldier from 1979 that has made it through decades of use without losing its integrity. Now let's talk about rarity and demand. Millions of these quarters rolled out of Denver, but think about how many still exist today in this kind of condition. Not many, very few in fact. And when a coin like this surfaces, collectors fight. They don't hesitate. They know how quickly it can disappear from the market, locked away in private collections, never to be seen again for decades. The combination of rarity, condition, and historical context makes this coin a must-have. And that's why its value isn't just rising, it's exploding. So let's pull back the curtain on its current market value. This very 1979 with D Mint Washington Quarter, in very good condition, is now shaking the auction market at a staggering $140,000. Yes, $140,000. That's not just wealth. That's a treasure chest. That's a life-changing fortune contained in a single quarter. A coin that might once have been overlooked in pocket change, but now stands as a powerhouse of value. And believe me when I say this, the price is real. The value is now, and it is only moving upward. Every single day, demand is growing. Every single day, collectors are hunting harder for these survivors. And every single day, the market is proving that these coins are not just collectibles, they are treasures that can secure a future. For collectors watching, here's your tip. Never dismiss the Denver Mint quarters. While Philadelphia often steals the spotlight, Denver has produced some of the most valuable sleepers in coin history. Always check for that D Mint mark, always examine condition, and always remember what looks like an ordinary piece of clad copper nickel may actually be a jackpot in disguise. To conclude, the 1979 with D Mint Washington Quarter is more than a coin. It is a survivor, a symbol of rarity, and a life-changing piece of treasure worth $140,000 today and climbing steadily into tomorrow. It proves yet again that history lives in your hands, and wealth can be found where you least expect it. And here on True Coin Value, we are proud to bring you this truth, fresh, faithful, and updated daily. This is not rumor, this is not hype, this is reality. And if you've been amazed by what we've revealed so far, stay with us, because the final coin in this lineup might just be the most jaw-dropping of them all. Next coin number 4. And now, we arrive at the grand finale. We've traveled through decades, through mint marks, through stories of survival and treasures hidden in plain sight. You've seen coins from the 70s, the 90s, from Philadelphia and Denver. But what I'm about to reveal now, this final coin, is the crown jewel of today's journey. Get ready, because this one doesn't just whisper history. It doesn't just carry value. It screams treasure. It roars with fortune. It is the kind of coin that could take an ordinary collector and transform them into the owner of a true legacy. Let's step back to 1974. America was in a time of transition. The Vietnam War was coming to its close. President Nixon was about to resign in scandal, and the nation was shifting into a new era. Through it all, the Washington Quarter continued its steady march, the face of George Washington staring proudly into the future, while the eagle on the reverse spread its wings over a country that was both wounded and resilient. By 1974, quarters were being struck by the millions at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. And yet, among those countless millions, something extraordinary happened. A small number of quarters struck in Philadelphia carried no mint mark at all, just the date 1974, pure and clean, as if fate had chosen them to be different. Now here's the breathtaking part. The coin we are talking about today is not just any 1974 Philadelphia strike. This one is in uncirculated condition. That means it has never been passed from hand to hand, never dropped into a machine, never rattled in a pocket. This is a survivor straight from the mint, its surfaces still blazing with luster, its ridges sharp and untouched. For collectors, uncirculated condition is like gold. It means purity, it means rarity, it means perfection in a world where most coins are scarred and beaten down by time. Combine that with the absence of a mint mark, and you have a coin that collectors dream of. A coin that auctioneers love to present. A coin that demands respect the moment it appears. Let's talk rarity and demand. Think about how many 1974 quarters you've seen in your life. Thousands, maybe. They're everywhere, right? But how many in perfect, uncirculated condition? How many with no mint mark? The answer is so few, so rare, that they've become legends in numismatic circles. Collectors are obsessed. They fight tooth and nail for a chance to own one. And once it disappears into a private collection, it may not surface again for decades. That scarcity, that competition, is exactly why the value of this coin has shot through the roof. So what is this treasure worth today? Brace yourself. Because in the auction markets of today, this 1974 Washington Quarter without mint mark, in uncirculated condition, is commanding an astonishing $150,000. Yes, $150,000. Not a rumor, not a fantasy. This is real, current, and faithful truth. Think about it. A single coin, a quarter meant for everyday spending, now transformed into a six-figure masterpiece. This is not just money. This is not just wealth. This is treasure on a grand scale. It is a big treasure, a life-altering fortune, the kind of piece that could define a collector's career. And here's the part that will blow your mind even further. The value is not stopping here. Every single day, demand grows higher. Every single day, collectors chase harder. And every single day, the price climbs like a rocket, reaching for the stars. Owning this coin is like owning a treasure chest that becomes more valuable as time passes. For collectors watching, here's your tip. Condition is everything. When you see a coin described as uncirculated, take notice. That word is power. It is magic in the numismatic world. And when you combine uncirculated condition with rarity, such as the absence of a mint mark, you create a coin that can break records at auction. So always look closely at what you find. Treasure doesn't always show itself at first glance. And so, we close today's breathtaking lineup with this truth. The 1974 no mint mark Washington Quarter, uncirculated, is not just a coin. It is a national treasure. It is proof that fortune can be hidden in the smallest details, waiting for the eyes of a careful collector to uncover it. At $150,000 today and climbing with every passing year, this coin is not fiction. It is destiny. It is reality. It is pure treasure. And here on True Coin Value, we promise to bring you nothing but the truth, nothing but faithful updates, and nothing but the most powerful insights into the world of rare coins. Every day, every video, we bring you the treasures that could change your life. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure you stay with us, because in the world of coins, the next big treasure might just be waiting for you.